Hey, welcome to Lab Games. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
Today we're going to play Dawn
of the Peacemakers. Okay. Are you feeling peaceful?
I feel very peaceful.
Okay, good.
Very calm.
All right. Dawn of the Peacemakers is a game for 1 to 4 players, designed by Sammy Alasko with Snowdale Designs. And plays in about 60 to 120 minutes. And I'm reluctant to call this like tactical combat, but that's kind of the best way I can describe it.
I think it suits it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
You be the judge.
Yeah. So let's get this to the table, and we'll show you how it plays. Hello, welcome to the table. Here we have Dawn of the Peacemakers, set up for 2 players, where we will be adventuring on campaign scenario 1. Now we've chosen, obviously, the first scenario to prevent any spoilers.
Right.
So we're going to be using sort of the base starting setup as you would have it as you first open the game. And what is Dawn of the Peacemakers? From the looks of it, it looks like a miniatures game where we're going to be doing a lot of combat on the board.
But we are not going to be doing.
We're not. We're going to be watching a lot of combat on the board and manipulating a lot of combat on the board. But all the while, we're going to be trying to stop these 2 opposing armies from slaughtering each other, or at least prevent them or demotivate them enough so they both decide to just abandon their mission and just leave the field of battle.
Yes, but not withdraw. We don't want them to withdraw. We want them to just
we do want
peace.
them to withdraw. We don't want them to surrender.
Correct, yes.
So we're going to try to get them to just leave. So in this scenario, we have 2 opposing factions. The blue faction, they're called the Macaw faction, right?
Right, yep, they're macaws. They live in the trees.
Yes, appropriately, they're macaws.
Yes.
And in the other faction, the red faction will be the ocelots. And the ocelots are like jaguar people.
Yes, they're like little tiny jaguars.
Little tiny baby jaguars, right? So for this scenario, the book tells you exactly how to set it up. We've got a number of different types of terrain out here in this winding river that goes through the board. And in the middle of the board, we have a bridge. And on the bridge, we've placed our starting adventurers or peacemakers.
Yeah.
Peacemakers, peacekeepers, whatever you want to call them, they are here to keep the peace. So, what do we have? We have each selected a peacekeeper and a peacemaker, and I don't think it really changes anything.
No, just add some flavor.
Just a little bit of flavor to what you're gonna look like, I guess, and what your mini's gonna be to represent you. But so, which peacemaker do you have?
I have Nabo. He's a polecat.
Nabo the polecat, and I have Akizan, the fennec fox, who actually, I like him because he looks like Master Po. That's the only reason I chose him.
Mine just looks like a teddy bear.
He does. A great
you can't get more peaceful than that.
No. So we have, for this scenario, let's break down the components on the board and we'll go around and explain. Up at the top, we have sort of this motivation track, and where we're going to track defeated units. And at the beginning of this game, the ocelots are defending, or at least for this scenario, they're defending their homeland, and the macaws are coming to invade it.
Right.
Right. So what's happening is they're going to be issuing orders, army orders, every round, and then carrying out those orders. And it's going to determine the speed of their order and the action for the order that they're going to be taking, whether it's move or attack.
It's like 2 AIs essentially.
Right.
One for each side.
2 competing AIs that we have the opportunity to manipulate, if at all possible, but just to manipulate the orders, or the order of the orders, if you will. The ocelots start with a motivation level of 4. The macaws start at a motivation level of 6.
Right.
If at any point we are able to reduce both of their motivation levels to a 2 or a 1 at the end of a round, we will win the scenario and they will withdraw from battle.
Right.
And that's the goal. If they ever drop below 1, that side is so demoralized that they will, in fact, surrender. And that's not the best outcome either. These markers here are going to determine the direction of movement and the direction of attack and we'll explain as we go along. Up the upper left-hand corner, we have resources, and those are the resources that we, as the adventurers, are going to have to use against the opposing armies. And most of the time, you're going to be able to use it against the army where your character is engaged with. Yeah, so you're going to be moving them around to try to get in with the armies and kind of manipulate the orders that they're given so that they do kind of what you want to do in hopes that they're not beating each other down. We have two different types of units. Well, I've got each. And for this scenario, it's just two different types of units. For the Ocelots, I've got an Ocelot Archer here, and I've got two Ocelot Warriors. So they're the ranged and the melee combat. The main difference here, at least for these guys, is that they both have 5 health, both different classes, but and 3 attack strength. But the Ocelot Archers have a range of 3, where the Warriors only have a range of 2.
Right.
So you actually have a chieftain.
And yes. And to clarify, we kind of have all these people. So
yes.
It's not to be confused that like these are mine and those are Anthony's, but it usually ends up that way.
She's going to control their order deck. I'm going to control their order deck.
So over here we have the macaws, and these are the macaw soldiers. They have a range of 2. They have like no defense off the bat. And then you have the commander here, Xochimayak.
Ooh, Xochimayak.
Right? Who has a lot more health. But the interesting thing about him is that if he is injured, so if his health goes below half of his total health, so if it goes below 4, he'll be considered injured, and the side's motivation is lowered by 1 step.
Right.
So that's something we want to keep in consideration.
There's a number of different things we can do to demotivate these troops. If one of the troops is killed and defeated, that side's motivation will go down 1. If that chieftain is injured, like you said, I think it's equal to or less than half their total health, which is his total health of 8, so it would be 4 or less. That would demotivate them 1 notch. And there's other cards and resources that we can use that will also demotivate, and then some things that happen throughout the plot deck. So you'll see that going. So the way the game flows is we're going to be taking 2 cards each round, each.
Yes.
And playing those cards in turn order to manipulate the troops, either through influence. We're going to be able to travel around the map. We're going to gain fortification tokens and place fortifications to try to help defend the weaker armies. Or we can actually go through their order decks and sort of reorganize some of their order cards so that it comes out at in the right order for what we want to see. So that's really it. And then basically what happens is we're going to draw new cards. That ends our turn. The armies are going to go and take their actions based on their orders, and then we're going to check status to see if the end game condition is met. And that's really it. There's a couple of modifiers on the board and keywords that are going to matter. So these are like fortified, these shields. So it gives them 1 defense value, so it negates one attack value. We have these shatter symbols. So if you're here and fighting, you take 1 additional damage whenever you get hit.
Yeah, because you're like on a river and stuff.
Yes.
Not great.
These like spy eyes are
stealth.
That's stealth. So you actually have to be adjacent to or on the same tile in order to attack that unit. So they're hidden. And that's really it. And we're gonna the game kind of the warriors kind of like move themselves and do their own actions, and we're just gonna manipulate it. So. Let's jump into it. We'll show you how this goes. Let's get 2 cards each off the top. And you're the player 1 this round. And we will start this war.
Peacemakers.
All right. So we are going to check out our cards and see what to do. All right.
You know what you're going to do?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So I'm the first player, so I'll go first. And on the cards, you can see that there's some text, and then as we indicated before, you'll have some abilities kind of on the side. This one's missing the ability to like search through the orders decks and stuff, but I have 2 feet, so I can move 2 spaces, and I can build 2 fortifications, and I have 2 of those cards. So what I'm going to do is take my little koala bear guy, 1, 2, the polecat, move him here.
And the card, so that card.
So this card
gives you
is
2
used
movement.
to move. And then I can build 2 fortifications, which I will do to just protect this guy because he's not in kind of a stealthy area. So if he gets attacked, we just want to make sure we're managing that well.
All right. So then your turn's up, so you draw 2 new cards.
And you're up.
And then what I'll do, I've got 2 different cards here. So I'm going to take this friendly guide card. And I could play for the text, but I won't because that just lets me move a companion with me. So if I want to actually move them, move somebody along, I'm like guiding them off into the distance. But this one also has the influence marker. So I could actually draw 2 cards off of any deck, look at them, and reorder them and put them back. So I don't want to use it for that. I'm going to use it for the move, though. So I'm going to move 2 spaces and go hang out with the Macaw Chieftain.
Okay.
And then I'm going to poison his food.
Okay.
So with food poisoning, I choose an undamaged companion. So he is now a companion because he's in the same space as me. And I'm going to give it 2 damage tokens.
Oh, right. And since we only have 1 commander, I'm going to just put these on the card because it gets a little
busy out there.
congested on the board.
So if you could draw me 2 more cards.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all we get to do on our turn.
Yep.
Quite literally. That's all we get to do.
Yes. So now we have to...
now we go to the army phase. So now we execute army order. So we're each going to draw 1 order from each deck, and it's going to create sort of a scroll.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is check the speed of the orders that we've pulled.
All right, so I drew a change of plan. So whenever you draw this card, you immediately shuffle this deck and then draw a new one. This is just to keep this deck fresh.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. It's funny you pulled that first.
Yeah, right off the bat, right? So there we go. So that's my order.
Okay.
So I have, so now first thing we check is the speed, right? And that's going to be on your ploy. So I'm at the start of the army phase.
And mine's normal speed, so you're going to go first.
Very good. So at the start of, I chose the revoked. And at the start of the army phase, cancel the task. So this is the task part of this order, and lower this side's morale or motivation by 1. So they are actually dropping fast. So that's all the actions they get.
Okay. So on this side, so the action is going to be immediately after this task, move each unit in this group backward 1 space.
Oh, wow.
So they're being evasive. But before they're evasive, they're going to strike.
Oh,
so
it's an evasive strike.
so on these order cards, on the task part of the order, it'll actually have a symbol at the top that's a circle, or it might be like the cog, or like this like starburst thing that tells you exactly which units are going to move. So attack with units in the circle group. So it'll be these guys, and this guy.
Okay,
and
so what is their range?
So these are all Macaw soldiers, so they have a range of 2. And they hit for 3.
Wow, that is strong.
Yep. So
Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
So let's start with the guy up top.
Let's start up here. So he's got a range of 2, so he's going to hit that guy, and they're going to go like in the direction of their front line.
Blue.
So he's going to get hit. Now he has like a defense, right? So he has defend.
He's defend 1, so he's going to take 2 damage.
What's their health?
Their health is 5.
Okay.
So he's got 2 damage he's taken.
All right.
This guy
is going to hit that
him.
guy.
He's going to take 3 damage because he doesn't have any fortifications. Yeah. Wow, this is not a good start.
Well, they came in. They're very motivated.
Yeah. And this guy, it's
misses
empty,
him,
but he's going to search around in a clockwise pattern until he finds somebody who's 2 away. And
he isn't going to
nobody is within his range, so that's good.
He fails miserably.
So he just doesn't attack, but they're evading.
Yes, so now that everybody's going to move back 1 space. So they're going to move back, they're going to move back. Now I have the option of moving with them.
If you were with him, sure.
Yeah.
Since that's me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Did you want to move?
I don't want to move with him.
And I don't want to move with that guy either. I'll just stay here.
Really?
What?
You moved you.
Oh, oops. Sorry. There we go.
All right.
Maybe I will stay there.
You gonna stay with him?
Yeah,
Hidden in the forest?
Yep.
Okay. That's it. That was a rough attack. But that bought us a little time because they're kind of far away now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, that's the end of the round. It's that quick.
Okay.
So, next round, I'm player 1.
Mm-hmm.
And we go in to the adventure phase. Okay.
Right, so what are you thinking?
I got 2 of the same orders this time.
Okay.
So I've got false orders. This allows me to choose a companion and look at the bottom of from its army's order deck.
Okay.
I can do that twice. Or I could just move. and try to get to these guys. So I can move up to 4.
Because I think that we kind of have to
Protect
the ocelots a little bit.
Maybe I'll go hang out with these guys. That'll be my...
Okay. Your moves.
My moves.
Okay.
That'll be quick.
Yeah, see. So the thing is, if these guys attack... Because I have the ability to look at the top order card from any army, which is helpful if you have another card that could do something for you if you were in a good spot to do something, which I'm really not. But even if these guys attack, they don't have the range to hit
that's true.
the ocelots this round. So, I mean, I could move and then maybe do a fortification or something.
Okay.
But it's really only going to protect, like, these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd like to get over there.
Well, what you could do is
But I have only feet.
You could scheme and take 2 cards, right? Because you have 2 scheme tokens. So you could take the top 2 cards off of any deck and order them however you want.
Yeah.
Which might not be a bad thing right now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it would be nice if we could get these guys to attack them. You know what I mean?
Right, but
it's
in this
really hard
scenario, these guys, we have to build their order decks.
They don't move.
They don't move, so they're really just here to defend. They're not going to be doing any advancing on this army, so they're going to hold out.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but we just have to start doing the best we can to punish these guys or bring one of them up to kind of separate them from the pack if we can.
Right. Yeah, maybe I'll just use the 2 to scheme. You know? Yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
I have these 2 draw cards here. And I guess I'll look at maybe 2 of these task cards.
Okay. So those are for you to look at, and you can put it back in any order. And you can share the information with me.
Really?
But, yeah.
I'll share information with you. They're exactly the same.
Okay, so well, at least you know what's coming.
Yeah.
For the next 2 rounds.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's good. Okay.
All right, so let's actually draw up our cards and then see what the armies
do.
do.
These are for you.
All right, so let's see what they're going to do. No, this is good.
Yeah.
And actually, this is bad.
Oh, is it bad? Why?
Yeah, because...
Oh my gosh, really?
Change of plans in the order deck.
Who shuffled these cards?
I shuffled them pretty good. But they were revoked again. So
they were revoked again?
They go down 1 more motivation. So they're at 2. That's normally great, but...
Yeah, but they can't keep doing that.
Yeah, so this is actually not used because the revoke negates that.
All right, so they're still being evasive. So immediately after this task, move each unit in this group backward 1 space again.
All right.
And they're going to take cover. So units in the circle group gain 2 shields for this round. Like +2 defense. But it doesn't matter because they're not being attacked anyway. So they're all going to move backwards.
Again.
I am not moving backwards with them.
Okay, so it's like they're withdrawing.
But that's coming up next time too.
Oh, it is. So they're going to cover again.
The same, so.
All right. Let's hope they move forward. So you are player 1.
Yep.
And you have to decide what we can do.
All right. So let's see.
All right. These are okay, but I think
I have a carrier pigeon this time,
Ooh,
which allows me to. Like you would draw a card from the resource deck and then give 1 resource card to me.
I like that.
Which is pretty good. So if you have anything that you think I could use.
I do.
Since I'm first.
I absolutely do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really.
Oh, okay. And then I just have the, all my companion units have guard, which I'm not, like, too concerned about.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
I want these guys to be able to kill those guys a little bit.
We've got to bring those guys in.
All right. Well, do you want to draw a card maybe? We can see what happens.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll use my carrier pigeon for the text so you can draw a card. And then just
give
me
one,
something. I've got 2 movement right now.
All right. I'll give you this. The Lost Missive.
The Lost Missive. Okay. Choose a companion unit.
Oh, you're not on it.
I'm not.
But you could move to one if you want to use that.
Yeah, I could, because I could use this to move 2.
Yeah.
Discard a top card from its army's order deck.
Yeah, and get rid of one of their orders. Get rid of their cover order, because you don't want them covering down again, right? You want them...
Yeah, I want... Well, I don't really want them attacking, though.
You'd want them to attack now, though, because they're not even close. Because the cover just stalls.
Yeah, that's true. I want them to, like, come closer without attacking. Alright, so I'll get rid of this, then. Okay.
Alright, so you drop.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so I choose a companion. Look at the one bottom card of this army's order deck, and either put it on top or back on the bottom. So I'll I'll choose that.
Okay.
And let's see what this bottom card is. So that's
That's good for next time.
It's not really going to help us right now, so I'll leave it on the bottom.
Okay.
And this one I'm just going to use to put a fortification tile on this guy.
Okay.
Just to kind of build up some walls there, because he's getting
Beat.
beat up.
Alright, ready?
All right, yep, I'm ready. Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Let's, yeah.
All right, so I'm normal speed.
Okay, me too. And you are... So what
Strike.
happens with this is that at the bottom of these order cards, you have move, cover, or strike. So if your speeds match, then you want to move on to which action. We both have a strike this time. So, so they both happen exactly the same time. So what's your ploy card say?
Oh, just we're going to deal and take double damage this round.
Deal and take double damage. Okay. So just before this task, all of my units move up one space.
Oh, okay, good.
So he's moving up, he's moving up, he's moving up.
So they're charging now.
Moving up. Okay. Yeah, they're charging and they're going to strike. And then our strikes happen at the same time.
All right, well, you guys can't reach us, we can't reach you, so
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Okay. And no damage.
No damage. So
Okay.
I will take that,
This one.
and we start the next round. All right. Anything good?
But you're up first.
Eek. All right.
I'm going to be placing some fortifications on the ocelots for sure.
Okay. I think what I'll do is I'm going to take the top two cards off of their
The ploy deck?
ploy deck. Yeah,
The ploy,
I want to look at
okay.
those two. And I want to see what they're planning to do. Okay. We'll go with this. It's really
Okay.
not going to
Do anything?
do anything. And with this guy, I'm going to look at the top card of their order deck.
The task or the ploy?
Task,
The
I'm
task,
sorry.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you already know what the ploy is.
Yep. Okay, that's not bad. We can handle that.
We can. Okay. Oh, right. So with him, natural materials. Choose any space with a unit and place 2 fortifications on it. So I'm going to fortify this guy. Or should I fortify
Fortify
that guy?
him. Yeah, the other
Right.
guy's already got one
And
defense.
he's got defense, yeah. And he's like about to die.
So he's
Okay,
behind
so he
the
should
wall.
be okay. And then I'm going to use this to actually move up because I'm so far away that every turn, you know, I'm going to move here. 1, 2. So I'm within reach
Okay.
of everybody. Did you take your 2?
I did. I took
Okay.
mine.
All right.
Okay, so
Ready?
let's see what they do. So we are normal speed.
And I have slow speed, so you're first.
So we are just reckless. We're going to do double damage, and we're going to attack units in the group, the gear group, which would be these guys. So the
Okay.
archer and this warrior are going to attack. Warrior has a range of 2, and he
he's
has a range
not-
of 3. Again, nothing there.
Okay. Okay. And each unit in this group gains -1 attack for this round.
Mm-hmm.
So resolve this order's task again immediately after resolving it the first time. All that's happening is he's striking.
And he has a range of what?
2.
Okay, so he's not
So,
hitting anybody.
nothing.
So they're just out of range.
They're just out of range.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So you are player 1 now.
Okay.
And we have some more options here. Ooh, I like this.
Oh, interesting. See, that would have been nice to stick back.
If you would have stayed with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need you back with them.
I can get back with them.
Okay. Well, you go first, though.
Okay. So I'm going to use my lookout to move back. And I think I'll go... Because it's only companion units. So I'll go like 1, 2, even though I have a movement of 3. You know.
You don't want to go to the chieftain?
Well, the thing is, I have my card that's distraction, so my companion units have -1 range during this round. So if the circle units strike, then they'll have -1 range, which doesn't matter right now. But if they if they close in, then they can hit.
I'd like to poison the big guy again.
Uh-huh.
So I need you to be on his space.
Oh, okay.
So I can give you this poison to poison him.
Okay, I can move. That's fine.
That way, because we'll knock him down to 4, and that will demotivate them.
Okay, and I can still play this for the companion, so he just has -1 range.
Yeah,
-1 range.
that still
so
works.
It's fine.
So I will. So like here, I will choose another player to draw a card.
Okay.
Right. Right.
If you want, and then I give you this because it's the only card I have.
Oh, okay. So I guess you give it to me.
Yeah, I was.
Because I didn't really like that.
interesting.
Oh, all right. What is this? Mixed groups. Choose a companion unit. Replace the insignia. Oh, all right. So that's changing the insignias, right?
Right.
So I can't get this to you. I was hoping I could get that to you, but I can't.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, because it's not your companion.
Yeah,
it's
it's your companion.
I see what you mean.
So I definitely don't want to poison these guys. So I will move 1 space here, and I will put 2 fortification tiles down on this tower in
Okay.
these rocks, because even though he's got 1 defense, it's not enough.
Well, then I'm going to move back with this guy instead.
Yeah, instead of me having you
Because
move.
it doesn't make sense. for me
Okay,
to do that.
that's fine.
Okay. I need to take 2 first.
All right, let's see what the armies are going to do.
Okay.
All right. Ooh.
Oh.
I have unknown speed, so I have to roll this die,
Okay.
and I come up with a 1. So 1 is slow, so I'm slow.
Okay, mine is fast, and it's just attack with units in this group.
All right,
which
so
just
he's not going to do
happens that he doesn't
anything. I'm slow. I'm going to attack with units in the circle group, which is just him, and nobody's within range of 2. So again, nothing happens. Changes back to me,
Okay.
and I. Ooh. Okay, so I think I'm just going to use these 2 guys to look at the top 2 cards of their...
Ploy.
Yeah, let me look at their employee deck.
Their employee deck.
Their employee deck. And yeah, we'll go like that.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. I like what I
So-
hear.
Yes, that'll work
Okay.
for me.
Okay, I like this one. I can place 2 fortifications on any space with a unit. So, I mean, I can fortify these guys more if you want.
I think so. We
You know,
cannot have
it's-
them die.
Yeah, it's probably best. And do you have a preference? Like maybe here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I think they're actually closer if these guys end up moving up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to... I can look at the top order card from any army, but it's not going to do anything for me.
You just know it.
You just know it, like, 2 seconds before
That would be
it
good
happens,
to look at that, and then
It's good if you have another card that might be helpful
in
to
combination
play
with the
afterwards.
change the symbols, right?
Exactly, right. But I don't have any other cards. So I'm going to move back here.
Okay.
Just so that I'm kind of in range of other folks.
Okay. So draw up,
Okay.
and then we'll resolve.
Ah, perfect.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That kind of stinks in a way.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, that really sucks. So this is the start of the army phase, and this is my revoked. So cancel the task part, and the reason it's crappy is because this moves the circle guys forward.
Yeah.
So, which is like, you don't want them to move forward and attack necessarily, but they're in a position now where they can be attacked and they'll probably be okay. They just can't reach these guys.
Yeah.
So it's like this
We
whole
need
stalemate.
them to move up.
Yeah, we do. So they're not going to, though. But the motivation goes down for these guys.
Well, that's good.
Finally.
So,
That's it.
okay, so we have roll the die, and I have a 2. Oh, so this is the star, but I have to match a unit. So the circle unit, and replace the insignia of this order's task card with the rolled insignia for this round. So this is going to be circle. So units in the circle group gain +2 shields for this round.
Okay.
But
So,
that's
no effect.
not going to matter. They're just taking cover.
Okay.
All right, so you are
Sounds
player
good.
1, and we have to decide what we're going to do here.
Okay. I can give companion units stealth if I move on to a companion. But I would rather not worry about moving,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd rather give you the carrier pigeon. So
Okay.
choose a card. You know what I
That
mean?
sounds better.
I like that one, because then I can choose a card.
Don't I get the card, and then I get to give you one?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Taking all
I'm taking another card.
all my moves. All right,
Anything good?
so yeah, what I'd like you to
Because
do.
I have a movement of 3 if you can get me. Is it the poison?
Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
nice. Okay. So I will move 3. 1, 2, 3. And I will. Oh, he's damaged though.
Oh, he's got to be undamaged.
Yeah.
You know what? Poison one of their other guys then. That's fine.
Yeah.
Weaken him
'cause-
up, right?
Exactly. Let's poison him.
Soften him
no,
up.
let's poison 1, 2. Let's poison the guy in the woods.
Really?
Right?
Well, because I think we're going to try to get him. I'd like to get him up here.
He's gonna move up.
Right. We want him hurt bad.
Yeah, okay,
Because then
so
we
we'll
can. Because we
poison
want to.
him.
We want to have him
Yeah.
defeated. That's the only way we're going to get these guys' motivation down
Yeah,
quickly.
exactly. They're like so bold right now. They're
They
like,
are.
Whatever. They don't seem very motivated.
No.
The way they're just sitting back
They're
here.
just kind of hanging
They're
out.
like eating Cheetos and stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to do the old double card look again.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the top 2 cards off their ploy deck again. Because I like knowing what they're going to do.
Okay.
Oh, I like this one.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, you drop, then I drop.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will issue the orders.
Okay.
Cool. All right, what are we doing? Regular. Change
nice,
of
okay.
plans.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
good.
Yeah.
This is going to get real
Okay.
ugly real fast.
All right. So this is normal speed though, but just before the task. So what do you have?
I have to reshuffle.
Okay.
All right, so we're doing a regular strike. Perfect.
Strike. Okay.
Regular, normal
So
speed.
mine is a move, so we're gonna do this first. So just before the task, move each unit in this group forward 1 space. So he goes forward, he moves forward. I'll move with him. He
takes
moves
his-
forward, takes his damage with him, and he moves forward.
Perfect.
Then my task is that the chieftain moves forward. So or anybody in this star group. So he's gonna move forward.
All right,
as
so
well.
they are all there.
So that's like not great, but
That's good. That's very good, actually.
yeah.
Right, so
it
we're going to do a
works.
regular attack with the archer.
Okay.
But unfortunately, he can't shoot him
Right.
because he's hidden. So
But-
he's going to go in a
Clockwise
clockwise
direction.
order. So he's going to shoot here, and the target priority is the
Most
closest
damage?
enemy with the most damage.
So they have the same amount of damage,
They have 2 each. So I think we'll
but
go.
he has more health.
Yes, so we'll go with the weaker guy, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's who they
I
would
think
target.
that would make sense.
So he's going to do
2 damage. to him.
3
3 damage.
to
Okay, so
him.
he kills him.
So he's dead.
So he's
He goes
gone.
right up there in the defeated
in
units
the,
pool.
in the dead pool.
So lower the motivation by 1 for each
Yeah.
unit of this side. So we've just dropped their motivation
Good.
to 4.
See? Serves him right for storming in.
That was
like
perfect. Actually, that was perfect.
worked
That's
out really
exactly what we
nicely.
want to do.
Yeah.
And now the chieftain's in range. We don't want to kill the chieftain.
But he's got a health of 8. I mean, if we can get him down to 4,
2 more damage.
that'd be good. And then,
That drops them
hopefully
1.
we have another, something.
Okay,
happens.
so I am player 1. Yeah, we're actually in a
There
good
you go.
position now, I think.
Okay. We just have to keep fortifying these guys.
Yeah, we do. Interesting. Okay. I think I'm going to keep manipulating their orders.
Okay.
Give me
that
the
works.
top 3.
The top 3.
in their
oh,
ploy
'cause you
deck.
have, okay.
You could even contribute to this, by the way, as a rules clarification. If you have those symbols on your cards,
Oh, yeah.
even for my action, you can keep doing
Which
that.
makes sense because the thing is, if we're playing a 2-player game, so we each have 2 cards.
Right.
If we were playing a 4-player game, we would each only have 1 card, so it wouldn't make sense to just look at a card every time.
Right.
So it does make sense.
I guess we'll go like that.
Okay.
Not what I was hoping to see, but
Okay.
that's fine. I'm going to have to shuffle these. Would you go ahead?
I can discard a top card from an Army's Order deck.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Would you like me to do that?
Yeah, I think we should thin out their deck.
Okay. Shuffle that in.
Or
not.
no, there.
Yeah. Here.
Discard it.
This one?
No, which one do you think? I think you should do it from the ploy deck.
Okay. Well, I'm asking because you just looked at the ploys. So you know what that is.
Yeah, they're not. None of them are great, but I want to thin them out because we want more
we wanna
revoke.
get-
We want them to get
Exactly.
revoked. So
That's
that's what we want to thin out. But
Okay.
unfortunately, yes. If it
Yeah.
was revoke, I would have told you not to do that for sure.
All right. And then I can look at the top order card from any army as well, but again, that doesn't really do much.
No,
me,
where
so-
are you? You're
I'm
there.
here, and I can move 2.
Hmm.
I don't really want to fortify him,
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that.
So, I mean, I can just move, and then
maybe
I
you
can,
want to fortify him once
you
because I think if these guys attack, he's going to get hit by 2 guys for 6 damage. And that'll
1,
kill him.
2, 1, 2. Okay.
Like these guys won't all trigger. It's going to be either these 2 or him.
Okay.
If it's these 2, they're going to hit him for 6 damage.
Yeah, that's true.
That's too much,
Oh yeah, because he has a range of 3.
right? And you
Okay.
can't see him, so he's going to shoot
Yeah,
him, and that's
that's true.
bad.
Okay.
It's bad juju.
Good call.
Okay, let's see what they're doing. Oh, all right. What do you got?
Ooh.
Oh, change of plans.
Change of plans.
All right, so those have to be shuffled like
Yep.
right now. And then we see what they're going to do. See, we need
Whatever
to get
they're
through
gonna do, they're gonna do fast.
very swiftly.
Very swiftly.
All right,
Swift change of plans.
go ahead.
Cover. Units
All
of
right.
the circle group gain 2 defense.
We're all covering this round, so no
Oh,
attacks.
perfect. Okay.
Perfect. So that ends that. You are player 1,
Okay.
and you can lead us off.
Okay. So I am going to use my movement here to go 1, 2. And then I'm going to use emergency care. It's like the first aid gecko or something.
Ooh.
And remove 2 damage tokens from a companion. So I'll move them from him. Like that.
All right, so you can draw back up.
Mhm.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 3, 1, 2. And then I'm going to choose a companion unit and discard the top card from that army unit's order deck. So get rid of the ploy card.
ploy.
Yeah, I want to run through their deck so we get it back.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, because that's
That was a
minus 1
double,
range.
but it was a double attack.
Yeah.
-1 damage, but double attack.
Double. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
That's
not good. All right, so let me draw 2. And we can check the orders again. Oh my goodness. What?
Oh no.
Oh, that's right, they do
Okay.
have a move.
What?
They do have a move, but the only guy who moves.
It's the only
is this
move
dude.
that you have.
Yes, the only move. So
Okay.
that's okay. It's not
So he
okay.
moves forward.
It's good you healed him. But we have an
Yeah.
unexpected, so we re-roll here, and then re-roll until a group with units is chosen, and that's the star. We don't have the star. So I got to roll until I get either the gears or the circle. It's a circle, so it's going to stay.
Okay.
This ploy takes priority over other effects.
Okay.
So normal speed. What were you? You're normal, as
normal.
well? But I'm a
Yeah.
normal move. So he's actually going to advance 1 space.
Okay.
He has 1 damage.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Nope. So you go.
All right. Attack with units in the circle group.
Okay. So they're all going to attack,
Yeah, that's not good. So he's going to attack him, but they have 1 defense.
right? So how much
Right.
damage does he do?
He only does 3 damage. So he's
So-
going to do 1, 2, 3.
Yep. So that's not bad.
Yeah. And then that's the guy's not a circle. This guy has a range of, he has a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. So he's going to attack him.
How much damage?
3.
He has a range of 3?
Oh no, he has an attack of 3, range of 2. That's right. Okay. I knew I was thinking that for a reason that this was not good. So he doesn't have anybody here, so he goes around, and he hits him
Okay.
for 3.
3 damage. So he's going to take the full 3. So he's
Yep.
down to 1 health. Because he has a health of 5.
Yep.
So he's not dead yet.
Yeah.
But that's
we
it.
need to heal him, I think.
Yeah, we got to take care of this guy this round. So that ends that. I'm player 1.
I know what I'm going to do. Here you go.
Okay. Where am I? I'm over there with the chieftain. I'm going to move here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to whisper some words of encouragement. And
Oh, perfect.
emergency care him.
Okay.
I would have put up some shields, but I think this is
Yeah,
just
I
as
think
good.
that's probably good. I am going to... Oh, no, I can't.
Oh no.
Stupid food poisoning. Because they have to be undamaged, so you can only do it once.
Oh, but you
It's
can poison
kinda
somebody
stupid, but I
else.
can poison somebody else. That's
Or
fine.
put some shields up.
Oh, but I'm all the way over there. Yeah, let me do some fortifications instead. I would have liked to use this on, like, him.
Right.
Like, kill another guy, you know? But that's okay. So I'll move here. 1.
Yep.
And then I'll do 2 fortifications here.
Good.
Because the chances of him moving back aren't great.
Okay, good.
What?
Yeah. No, I was just saying that thank
good,
God
right?
that the bridge doesn't have shatter, which I
It doesn't.
for a
yeah,
second I thought
yeah.
it did. I was like, okay. We're okay, because then he would have been
Not
dead.
that we'd see it if it did.
No, there's too much going on there.
All right.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's
Ready? Aha.
oh good.
Yes. Good.
Okay, so that takes precedence, right?
Yep.
Revoke.
So revoked. So we lower motivation by 1.
One more.
So we just need 1 more.
So they're at 3.
And
that,
then
that gets
this gets next.
that's a change of plan anyway, right?
No, but the task part is canceled. So it's a change of plans, but we don't do it.
All
'cause
right.
It's canceled.
So I rolled a 3, and a 3 gives us a slow speed. So anyway, and they just take cover.
Okay.
So these guys take cover. So it'd be +2 shield for this
Okay.
round. But you're not attacking, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. That was good.
All right. These gotta get shuffled.
Oh, good. So this actually gives us a chance now,
Mm-hmm.
I think. You're going to be player 1. Did you draw up your 2?
Yeah.
All right. So we just need 1 more revoke, and we need them to survive the round,
Mm-hmm.
and we could pull this off. It's close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
And you're going to start us up?
All right. So I'm gonna use some words of encouragement.
Words of courage.
Words of courage. I
Courage.
know. I was
Courage.
being tongue in cheek. All right. I'll move 1 here.
1.
1.
We're like all in the middle of this melee. It's
I
like,
know,
Stop
it's ridiculous.
fighting.
And then I'll choose a companion unit, which is his unit, and look at the 1 bottom card from its army's order deck. Should I do ploy or task?
Yeah, deploy. And if
Right?
it's revoke, put that
I know.
right on top.
It's definitely not.
Okay.
And I don't even want that on top, because
That's
I don't know what that's
good.
going to do. That was horrible.
All right. Draw up. And I will then provide emergency care to this guy.
Okay.
So he is fully healed.
Nice.
And I will throw down 1 more fortification on him.
Okay. Not a bad idea.
No, I mean, I would have liked to get this guy, but I have to move over there, and it's going to be... He's next. I'll have to take care of him next. I can't tend to everybody on this field of battle. You ready?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, no.
Whew.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not good. That's not good.
So I am going to have to roll. I'm normal speed. What are you?
Slow.
All right, so these guys are going to attack first. So I rolled an 8, which is giving me +1 attack.
Okay.
And we are attacking with the circle group, him.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to attack the chieftain.
Good.
And he gets +1 damage. So
Okay.
his Ocelot
What's
Warrior
his-
is a damage of 3, so he can do 4 damage to him.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And that injures him.
Yes.
So he lowers by 1.
They are both at 2. So we are
Perfect,
in
so
the
we just have
green.
to
Now your
get
strike
them in.
can't kill any of our guys on this side. Well, it
Well,
can. We actually have some wiggle room here.
It can and it might. So I have, unfortunately, each unit in this group gains -1 range, but it doesn't
Attack. No,
matter
-1
because
damage.
it's that guy. Oh, -1 damage, but he's going to do it again.
Yes.
So he's the one attacking.
Yes.
So he's going to hit that guy. But he's only going to do 2 damage plus 2 damage because he's doing it again, right?
4 damage.
So it's 4. So he only takes 1 wound.
Oh, that's not bad.
So that's not bad. That was a good call last time to heal him up.
Yes. So that ends that, and now we go to
We need
the
to check for game end.
check for game end. All right, so we basically have to check to see that we've satisfied any of the game end conditions. So we would have lost the scenario if there was only one or no sides at all in play, i.e.,
Somebody was all
they're
killed.
surrendering.
Yeah, or we've killed everyone.
We've killed everyone, or which I think they'd surrender before we killed everyone. Or if we would have killed their chieftain,
Right.
they would have immediately surrendered.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. So we have them both in the 2, which means they are both ready to withdraw. So you win the scenario if both sides are ready to withdraw, and they are.
Good, so we won.
So we've ended this war in a truce. We've kept the peace.
We did. That was really dramatic.
Yes.
That's good.
It was. That was a little sketchy there.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get taken.
All right, well, let's go talk about it.
All right.
All right.
There you have it.
We kept the peace.
We were peacemakers.
We didn't really keep the peace. We created the peace.
We created peace.
Right.
We took 2 warring factions and sent them away. Sent them packing. We did. Theoretically.
It's not like they all became. Well, we don't know. We actually don't know how the story ends because
This is only
this
part
is only
1.
scenario 1.
Right. So this is like the dawn of war
Right.
at the time of the dawn of the peacemakers.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go. You got to see the play.
Right. All right. So, so again, this is a prototype. It's on Kickstarter right now. So we're
It
going to
is.
speak to things like replayability to the best of our ability,
Yes.
without obviously having played the entire campaign.
Yes, that is correct.
So let's start off right off the bat with replayability.
Okay.
And I want to premise this by talking about how this is a campaign-driven game, but it is not really like a legacy game.
No,
In
but
the sense that you can't replay it again.
it's dressed up like a legacy game.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say the closest thing that you could say is in this sort of packaging would be like the League of Legends
Mechs
Mechs
versus
versus
Minions.
Minions, where that has like scenarios that are part of a symmetrical
Story,
campaign.
yeah.
Like and you basically open up your next chapters and they kind of introduce new units, new moves, and all that good stuff.
Right.
So that's what's really happening here. You've got bundled campaign decks, right? That are labeled. They're packaged a certain way, and you don't reveal or look at the cards until you actually complete that specific scenario. Then it says, okay,
Right.
go find this deck. After being in this scenario, you're going to draw a couple of cards. Depending on how the scenario ended, whether one side won or not, or if maybe a chieftain died or something like that, those actions and those events carry through
and impact the storyline.
impact the storyline down the road.
Right.
So it will change the way you play this game every time, depending on how well you're able to mitigate sort of the damage that's being done on the
Right.
battlefield, right? So
But it doesn't make the game unplayable.
Correct.
When
Yeah.
you've played the campaign.
Once you play through the campaign, you can go back and play through it again, and you have all the components in place.
Right.
You're just going to lose that sort of surprise of opening up that little packet and be like, "Ooh, what am I getting now?" Or what new units are coming out?
Right.
What new faction is joining the fray here? The game board is double-sided, so there are different types of terrain that you'll be seeing throughout this campaign. Now, we didn't look ahead. We didn't read any of the future campaign scenarios, so we don't know what's coming. Because I didn't want to.
We wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, we wouldn't tell you either. So, but from what I've seen, just going through the rule book, there are definitely a lot of things that are being added. In each consecutive campaign, or each subsequent campaign, you're going to get scenario. You're going to get more
different
stuff.
Kinds of, and different sorts of like movement. Your setup's going to be different. You might have
every time
different players coming out, I guess.
Yeah, there's going to be different troops. These aren't just all the troops. There's going to be, and mind you, again, as you said, this is a prototype, so we are using cardboard stand-ups. They are going to be sculpted minis, which look quite good.
Yeah, they do look good.
Yep.
All right, so let's.
So replayability good.
Yes.
That's even if you just think about the campaign, right? There is also a skirmish mode for 2 players where you actually will battle it out, and you can play out your tactical combat game however you want. So there's different rule sets for all that. So that definitely adds.
Playing as
those factions.
As those factions.
Yes, so that definitely adds a lot of legs to something like this.
Yeah, well put. So let's talk about weight and audience at the same time. So.
So this is a tough one, I think. You want to take a crack at it?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I feel like this isn't. It's not a brain burner, at least not to me. So I wouldn't say that this
and at least
is
not right now.
And at least not right now. Again, all of this is just based on the 1 or 2 scenarios we've played, but basically the one that we found
the one
here.
scenario.
So, so as far as weight goes, at this point, I would say it's easy to understand how the game plays. It's easy to understand how the mechanics work. They are very different, though. So when you're kind of coming at this not as a tactical combat game necessarily, but almost like you're observing a tactical game being played and you're trying to mitigate what's going on. So you do have to have some understanding of how attacks work. How these orders are going to come out and everything, and in what order the orders are going to play out. So you have to take off like your worker placement hat and all that kind of thing, which is we usually talk about like a heavy game, and you really have to think about this from a tactically strategic mindset, which depending on who you are might be more challenging. I can tell you the first game we played, we really struggled to grasp the strategy here, right? Because we didn't really get how we could control what's happening, right? And it took us a little while to get through that, to get to a point where in this playthrough we actually, I think, got through the mechanics properly, where we're taking advantage of sort of the scheming, which is looking through the decks, manipulating the way cards come, or getting sort of a heads up on what's to come, and you need to do that. That is really the crux of your strategy in the game, and if you don't do that, then you're watching 2 AIs battle it out, and you don't understand how you can control it. Because other than that, the only way you're looking to influence things is by your random draw of your own, the order cards that are coming out.
Hoping you can build fortifications, mitigate enough damage, and you're probably going to lose.
Right.
Because it can go down really fast.
Right. But definitely going through those cards and stuff is.
Yeah, you have to do that. So, but with that said, if we want to talk about weight, this is definitely for the first scenario. On the lighter side.
I would say so,
right?
Yeah.
And it seems like it's going to ramp up
It seems like it will, yeah. I mean, I think that the first scenario is kind of, sort of like a training opportunity, kind of like with any, you're kind of understanding how the mechanics work. But there's definitely room for it to become a little heavier, I think.
Yeah, I think the training wheels are probably going to come off by, I'd
scenario
say,
3,
third or fourth
probably.
scenario, most likely.
All right. And then the audience, who do you think this is for?
Well, this is, if you're looking for a straight up miniatures combat game, tactical combat game with cute animals as your troops, you're probably not going to really enjoy this because that's not what this game is about.
Because you're not doing the combat.
Yeah, unless you're getting it just for the skirmish.
Right.
So I'd say read the skirmish rules, and if those look
appeal to you.
if they look appealing, then Absolutely, because not only going to get a good skirmish game, but you're going to get a huge campaign game that is very different than what you would expect from a normal miniatures
Well,
tactical.
and like I said, I think you're flexing those same muscles.
Yeah.
You're like you know, but you're doing it in a very abstract way.
Right.
So.
And you just have to keep in mind that you are a combat medic and negotiator.
Yes.
And
we compared this
Yeah,
to
so
like
this is like playing
Hacksaw
Ridge with
With cute
little
animals.
animals, trying to really just heal people
Right.
and stop the fighting as best you can, because you're not hurting anybody outside of a little bit of food poisoning.
Right.
And you can only do it
Yeah.
once to somebody until
Yeah.
they get hurt. So it's a nice tactic, and it worked out for us because it swung that combat
It did.
in
Yeah.
our favor, and it bought us a lot of time because it actually got us to where we needed to be
Yeah.
without having to do another round of combat, which could have ended the game for us.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
they were right in
We
each
were
other's
close.
faces, so we had a lot of time. So yeah, it's definitely not your run-of-the-mill tactical combat game.
Right.
For sure.
Okay. So let's go on to theme and components. And again, this is prototype. It will have minis. It
Yeah.
will not have standees.
No.
But the minis are pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they look cool.
I think they're very
They
cool.
definitely
I
look
wanna
good.
paint them.
They definitely need to be painted, for sure. I think with the minis on the board, it will bring a lot of life into this
I
game.
think so too.
Because
It'll really bring that theme
playing
up, I
any of
think.
these games with standees, to me, is just,
I know.
I can't get past that. Mm-hmm. It's just how I am.
Yeah, well, you enjoy getting immersed in theme,
I
especially in
like-
a game like this. It's a
Yeah.
story-driven game.
Just to give you an idea, I wouldn't play the Descent game, and I
I
wouldn't
know.
film a video of that with the app until those were all painted.
I know.
So if you get an idea of my mindset, I need to see them painted. So
Mm-hmm.
on this game, I would like it even that much more
Right.
with painted minis on the board.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
But as far as theme goes, I think that the theme carries through.
Yeah, it does.
as
I
far
think
as,
it does. And it
you know,
it
what
really
think
gives
is
you
happening.
that hands-tied frustration of someone who's really powerless to stop
actual
two
combat.
conflicting wars,
Yeah.
two conflicting combatants, and say, just stop fighting. And they're like, no, we're not going. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try to screw up your orders so that
Right.
you don't do what you think you're doing.
Right.
And kind of like pull some of your guys away and get them killed almost, but
Right.
sacrificing one for the greater cause.
Yeah.
So, but it carries through, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it tells a cool story.
It does.
I think, as you
It
play.
does.
So a fun factor. Did you have fun?
Yeah, actually, once we understood the mechanics and actually got because we have a very Euro-y or mindset.
Well, we do.
So
That's what we play,
to
yeah.
switch into tactical mode, but like I can easily switch into a tactical combat game, but this isn't a tactical combat game, so I had to change multiple
Yeah.
mindsets until we actually were like, all right, I kind of get how this is supposed to run, and then once we started playing that way, the game was a lot more enjoyable. So
Yeah. I look forward to playing more of the game.
Yes, I think for
To me, the first campaign is very like I said, like almost like tutorial based
Yes.
kind of, and when you don't have a lot of control over what's going on, and that punishment, like you were just saying, is tough.
yeah, it could be
because
very frustrating.
You're not. I mean, this isn't a game where you're the star of the game and you're really doing a lot of actions to stop two warring factions.
Right.
You're just very subtly going in and seeing how this plays, like doing a couple things and then seeing how it plays out.
Yeah,
Doing
hope.
a couple things, seeing how it plays out. And you're hoping, you're pushing your luck and all of that.
Yeah.
So
I think the
it's a very
game.
different kind of fun.
I think the game has a lot of promise, depending on what's in those packs,
Exactly.
right? And
yeah.
obviously, even if we looked in those packs and said, "This is it," I didn't want to spoil it for us as much as we
Exactly,
don't want to
yeah.
spoil it for you.
Right.
But I think it could be very fun if it expands on what the first scenario gives you a taste of. Put it that way.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we already talked about this, kind of comparing in structure to something like a Mechs vs. Minions, in just the sense that you're kind of playing through a campaign and you're getting surprised along the way.
Right.
But what else does this compare to for you? Because mechanically, I can't think of anything that.
No,
it
this
compares
is.
to.
We've been playing a lot of unique games lately,
We have,
and
yeah.
I think that's really good for the community and for the hobby, because it's giving us a lot of new, fresh mechanics.
Well, I think more like abstract ways to think about how to play a game. Like this is what you would consider a tactical combat game from the viewpoint of somebody who doesn't want there to be tactical combat happening. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
Like,
or
you're
just-
trying to mitigate it.
minimal damage.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
You're trying to mitigate as much carnage as you
Yeah.
can, but you still have to let some of it happen, right? Otherwise, you're not going to get these guys demotivated enough to
Right.
get them off the field.
Yeah,
So it's
so-
like, all right, kill each other a little bit,
Yeah.
but then you got to go. Like
Right.
that's it.
So I haven't played anything else like that. At least.
No, I've not either. So this is the first time for both of us.
Okay. Cool. And then expectations.
So
What'd
I
you
think.
or did you not really know what to think?
I didn't know what to think, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Which is what was kind of a good, fresh thing for us, where we kind of just put it on the table and really had to learn this. And
Yeah.
I like the challenge of having to learn a completely different way to look at a certain
Right.
mechanic, and that was a pretty neat challenge.
Okay, cool. So let's talk some pros and cons. Again, so it's hard sometimes with like a prototype, but just based on what we've said.
Yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead. Throw your pros out
Okay,
there.
so definitely the unique structure of the game. I
Yep.
think that it's worth trying if just because it's new. It might be something that you would be into. I do not like tactical combat games at all.
Right.
Not really. I'm kind of good at them sometimes.
We know you don't
really
like combat games.
I don't like combat games, but this was a really interesting way to like think about the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that was refreshing, and I think it's worth taking a look at. The minis and the theme are awesome.
Yeah. Definitely big con.
Very cool, and the flavor text and the stories that are wrapped into each of the Peacemakers and stuff is kind of neat. I like the fact that like the macaws live in the trees and stuff, and even the motivations for the different scenarios are set that match the story
Yeah.
line, which is really cool. So I think that they definitely nailed it on all of those points.
Right. Definitely agree. Theme was a big pro
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah.
The minis will look really awesome when
Yeah.
they're done. I think the game needs them.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine playing this without them.
Well, and I think that on the con side of things, I know that the price is kind of high on
Yeah,
Kickstarter.
yeah.
I know that there's been a lot of chatter about that, and a lot of people are like, well, I don't really care about the minis or whatever, which was a design decision.
Yeah.
I mean, what
Look
are
at
you gonna
your
do about
base zombie side
You
game.
know?
That game is just all minis, and
Right.
I don't really like the mechanics, so that's an expensive game because
Right.
it's all plastic. Any game
Yeah.
you get with minis is going to be expensive.
it? Yeah.
That's just how it is.
So I'd still kind of, I know that's like a lot of people's con is going to be like, it's very expensive at the end of the year.
Yeah, timing is tough too.
Timing
yeah.
is kind of tough, but whether you back it now if you want to, or you wait and try it later. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
get it down the road, but yeah. I mean, that's something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I think anytime you reach the $80, $90, $100 price point on a game, that's a con.
Well, and you start comparing it against other games that might be also on your wish list that are a little bit more expensive.
Right.
So just the lack of other games that have been designed by Sammy and things like that. I know that this is like one of his bigger games, but that might be perceived as a con, I guess.
Yeah. But I think
Yeah.
otherwise, I think the fact that we really can't
Yeah, we can't really say.
diverge,
Yeah.
disclose any of the other scenarios,
Right.
and really say, hey, divulge. That's what I
Right.
was looking for.
Diverge.
You can't really throw out all the components and say, hey, this is all the cool stuff that's coming your way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that's packaged up and hidden, so it looks like there's a lot of meat to come out
Right, I
later,
know.
the more you play this game. So that's definitely a pro. But I think the con is that right now we can't really talk to it.
I know.
And so there's a lot of secrecy here. But when you go and get a Pandemic Legacy game, you don't know
Yeah.
what you're getting. You're just based on the first one, you're going to assume it's awesome, but
Right.
you don't know that.
Yeah.
Right. So that's about all we can
The
say.
mystery. The
It's
con
the
is like a
mystery.
mystery, I
Yes.
guess. It's a pro and a con.
And a con. So
All right, so
there you
that's it,
have
I
it.
think.
Yep. So Dawn of the Peacemakers still on Kickstarter. A couple more weeks.
Yeah.
Go check it out. See what you think, and make up your own mind. If this is something that you
Yeah.
think you'd like, go for it. I mean, you got to see the playthrough. You got to see the gameplay. Even though it was in a small dose of gameplay because of the first scenario, but otherwise, take that as you will. That's
All right.
pretty much all we can give. But hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.